Welcome everyone to our special council meeting today, 11th of September. East Gippsland Shire Council live streams, records and publishes its meetings by webcast to enhance the accessibility of its meetings to the broader East Gippsland community. These recordings are also archived and available for viewing by the public or used for publicity or information purposes. At the appropriate times during the meeting, any members of the gallery who are addressing the council will have their image, comments or submissions recorded. Please ensure that all mobile phones and other electronic devices are turned off or are in silent mode for the duration of the meeting. So I'd like to warmly welcome Maggie Anderson, who's here as a junior rota student. Welcome Maggie, and welcome Mrs Anderson to our meeting tonight. On behalf of Council, I'd like to acknowledge the Gunai-Kurnai people, the traditional owners of the land where we're gathered, and pay our respects to the elders, both past and present. Item 1.2, are any apologies? No apologies, Mr Mayor. Item 1.3 is declaration of conflicts of interest. We've received no declaration of conflict of interest, Mr Mayor. Item 1.4 is our next meeting scheduled, which is our ordinary council meeting, which will be held on Tuesday the 2nd of October 2018, to be held in the Corporate Centre at Bairnsdale at 6 p.m. Item 2 is the draft annual financial statements 2017-18 and draft performance statement 2017-18, and we have Ms Liz Collins here to present that statement.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't see that. Oh, I couldn't see the red light. Thank you. Thank you, Mr Mayor. As Council knows that Council is required every year to produce an annual report and submit it to the Minister for Local Government by the end of September. Part of the process for the preparation of the annual report is to include the audited financial and performance statements. Within the Local Government Act, there's provisions that allow Council to give provisional approval to the final draft financial and performance statements, and to appoint 2 councillors to sign those statements in their final form, which allows time to have the audit reports returned to Council and the financial statements and performance statements included in the annual report, which is required under legislation. Today at the Audit Committee, reviewed the financial statements and the information from the auditors appointed by the Auditor General, and made some recommendations to Council, and they were that Council give its in-principle approval to the financial and performance statements for 1917-18 for 2017-18, and subject to the Auditor General's review, and appoints 2 councillors to certify those statements in their final form. Those recommendations are included in the report tonight for Council's consideration.
Thank you, Ms Collins. Questions, councillors? There's a recommendation before us, and Councillor Pels is happy to move that as a motion.
Happy to move the recommendation, thank you.
And part 3 of the recommendation, which is nominating the councillors.
Yes, I nominate yourselves, Councillor Joe Rotuno and Councillor John White, to fill in the spaces.
Thank you, Councillor Pels. Do we have a seconder for that?
Happy to second that, Mr Mayor.
Councillor Reeves seconded. Speakers? Yes.
I'd like to commend our financial staff for an extraordinary year. I think they've done an exceptional job, and we've had a lot of prepaid that funding that came in at the last minute that they had to juggle with, and they've really accommodated all our needs efficiently and effectively. So I'd like to commend the report to the councillors for viewing and accepting. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Pels. Councillor Reeves, any further comments? Is there any further speakers, councillors? If not, I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Against? It's carried unanimously. Thank you. That being all the items on this special meeting agenda, I now declare the meeting closed at 6:04. Thank you.